Hello, wonderful people, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here in the Tempest, and let's see what the Stola has to say. City of the Ancients. Allura, have you learned aught of note? Well, fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Okay, let's go. Alrighty. Now there are two tests I would have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you used this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray, be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Okay, let's do that. Alrighty, I inspected some stuff. And what have you discovered? Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. It would seem the structures appear the same to both your side and mine. And you say you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade. That's some good construction. Nora, everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties, blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Northrend, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. But if not the Ronkans, then who? Who were these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emet-Selch withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere mere mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here, specifically? Emet-Selch is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Asian agenda. Or mayhap this is a place more dear to him than any other. Well, maybe the Asians are the ancients. Are you saying this was built by ancient Asians? Could this place provide power to Emet-Selch? I can say either way. That is my theory, that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of umbral calamities, but here in the first, they might have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural in the Kitana Revel, Almet presented it to me during my visit to Fenau, after our victory in Colusia. Here in the first scene, by Emet-Selch's own words, it depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you have just inspected? We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surroundings for another tower, one which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east, and the south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. You may view the Kitana Revel mural at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. The quest destination will not be displayed on the map. You must search for a structure which resembles the buildings in the mural, then inspect it from the survey point. The survey point will be found nearby, in a location which allows a full view of the structure. Oh my god, okay, that sounds like I'm gonna struggle with it, but yeah, let's do that. Okay, after a long time searching, I finally found it. Oh my god. That is such a pain. This is the mirror writ large. Though I cannot guess at its purpose, it must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder. Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization and its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Asians. And yet it did exist, they lived here in this city. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of mysteries stirring of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Well. Thus can we surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was in all likelihood yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Reem put it, than Emet-Selch himself? 'Tis almost certain he is there. Well, guess we're getting closer to him. But if we are to find the stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondo's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Do I have to help them out some more? Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out our companions and share what we have learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands that we make all reasonable haste. If you are not too weary, it may be useful to speak with Pars 1 again and ask if there is aught else he is willing to divulge. Let's go. Alrighty, we made it back. Let's see. Elfino's friend, you and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the walls of the Forgotten? I think I've just come from them. Are they the ruins to the northwest? I don't know. Yes, that is the sacred site of which I speak. Could it be that your footsteps were guided there by the ancients? I believe it may be so. Listen then, and I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He has aught for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Grenoldt. You will find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Okay, let's go do that. Alrighty, so we made it. We found Grenoldt. Oh, that's just great. That is. Mine's playing tricks on me now. Look, Grenoldt, someone's come to visit you at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or might be as you're a ghost. Go on, foul shade. Feast yourself on my rotten soul. I've got no use for it. A craftsman, what can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a Doman hammer. And that's an insult to bloody sea slugs. Okay. I mean, I guess he's a Debbie Downer. Yeah, you got this. You wouldn't be trying to raise my spirits now, would you, spirit? Not what you'd expect from a servant of the Netherworld. Well, I'm not a servant of the Netherworld, but, you know. Are you Grenaton? And I wonder how you bloody well found me. This here's meant to be my underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself to my work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet here you stand. Now, what's so damned important that you dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me? The Ondo's lamp. Gods curse me, empty head. I've not so much as made a start. Well. I'm worth less than a sea slug, nay, the slime left by a sea slug. Me delivery dates long past, me workbench is untouched, and I call myself a bleeding artisan. You've heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them ruins I'll be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. It was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion, but I just can't bloody well. My mind's a bleeding blank, it's like I've pissed away my last drop of inspiration. Okay, that sounds like something you should deal with. Tell me you've got someone to show me. Someone else will give me muse a right good kick up the arse. The other one to honor the coming of these ancients, so their answering lights go to blaze with the right kind of brightness. Well, I'm actually so tired of this dude. Like the spark of life caught in a crystal, but just being sparkly is not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and a sense of hardship endured, you know what I mean? Sure. Your thoughts turn to Brandon and the crystal you discovered at the end of his journey. Maybe Grenoldt could find inspiration in that. I've let the Ondo down, but more than that, I've let myself down. Might as well go back to mending kettles. Sure, Grenoldt crystal, sure. Oh yeah, that's probably from the tank bro quest. Instead you've got there such striking beauty, a chance with heartache and slaughter and the transience of like the turmoil of history made manifest. I can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. You'd never capture such a gleam, not if you labored 100 years. But bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where are my tools, goddamn you? I must set to work before the feeling fades. Nice, then go do that. The illuminated land. I can feel it, a vision forming in my mind. Step aside, lass, and let me itching hands get to work. And then do so. Can I go now, please? And done. Nice. I've taken the wonders that Crystal showed me and channeled them up into a new shape, what befits the Ondo spiritual character. I can't speak today, oh my god. Pretty. Not a bad job, if I do say so myself. And to think I was this close to hanging up my hammer after studying the craft of them ancients. I've been across the length and breadth of Northrend and gobbled up every scrap of crafting wisdom that I could find. But no matter which technique I tried, my work was just no comparison. I couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages, that's what drew me here in the first place. I built my workshop, got the forges burning, then lost my bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for that crystal of yours, or I might never have gotten it back. Or I'm prying to your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes of the memory it holds just speak directly to your heart. I can still feel him cursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away. It's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance and I reckon I can weave the Crystal Saga into other things as well. But bugger me, I'd almost forgotten the Ondo's commission. If you could drag that lamp over to Tor's off for me, I'll stay here and dream up new armaments for you to try. Nice, I got some gear. You now have access to Grenoldt Forge. Equipment rewards will become available for collection based on the road quest you have completed. That sounds good. Can I get that then? That's not bad. Whoop. No. Ooh, I got some new gear. Okay, let me go back. Alrighty, we made it back. What is it that you have there? Your lamp. The sacred lamp, then the finless one has kept his promise. My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cubs. Now you come to me, bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of every seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once our prayers have been offered.
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
Yes. But you were always watching. Missed that part, did you?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal? It was Brandon's then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emet-Selch was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
I'm literally like a ticking time
You
bomb,
have
but we're still
completed your
just chilling.
devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes, impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yet, I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Yay!
Shall we?
Finally, let's go. Alright, we didn't have to go far. The chieftain has bid me to guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come, the way lies downwards, follow the path of coral and rock and join your comrades below. Let's go then. They have picked a place that is more enemy infested. I'll get it, yes, then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest and continue west and west and west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find the Caliban Gap and the barrier we placed at its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise a hand towards it. We have made it so. Most succinct explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Right, deeper into the depths we go. Let's go! Alrighty, we made it down. Our guide bade us to travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. Yet it would seem these twisting tunnels defy such simple instruction. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay the path ahead to those who come behind. Sounds good. Let's go. And we found Alphino. Allura, you have a choice of 2 routes from here. You can either take the long way to the south along the rocks or skip along this coral branch as Alice has done. I for one shall be following my sister's example. Sure, let's do that. Alrighty, we made it to Alice. There you are, come on, I think I found the tunnel we were looking for. Let's go. Okay, so that is a very big glowy thing. I don't know why we had to look for it for so long. Here, this must be the barrier the Ondo spoke of. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. It was a treacherous path indeed. Now I believe one of us needs but raise a hand to banish this next obstacle. Nora, I elect you to do the honors. Nice. Gone, just like that. I suppose we should head in. Yes, I think so too. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? Yes. Let's go. Okay, we made it. And, the cutscene kind of surprised me.
By the gods!
Damn. I think I remember this. And then that looks really good.
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view. The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Damn. Nora, did you note the style of the architecture? It is the same used for the remnants at the cups and the murals painted towers. Look closely, Emet-Selch has not simply reclaimed these ruins, he has layered the semblance of an entire city upon them. Gods, the magnitude of his artifice is staggering. Though it pains me to admit, we did not fully understand the feats of which an old world Ascian is capable. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. The end of a world. Damn. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at that tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. Let's go. Alrighty, so here we are. Those are some imposing doors. Damn, that city looks so cool. It's insane. It's kind of sad that I was always so tunnel visioned and I just missed all of this, kinda. Look at the size of those doors. Now I know how pixies must feel. True. How tall are those dudes? Nora Ardor recognized. Welcome to the city of Amaurot. What? Maybe you're riding the lift. Did the building just welcome you? I mean, right, I mean, Emmett is here, right? Yeah, but it's not so passing strange. Did Emet-Selch not invite Laura to visit his abode? That is true. This plain day coming was expected. Where will this lift be taking us? The lift services every level of Akora Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yalms of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on the we. I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. Where's the right, the left? Let's go. As you wish, the lift will arrive shortly. That stuff still works is insane. Next up, ground floor. Facilities include the Bureau of the Administrator, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capital. Goddamn. It's only at this distance that you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. What did that voice call the city? Amaurot. Look over there. Is that a person? Ah, no, my mistake. That's a giant. It doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Well, then I guess the big doors make sense. Giant or no, a resident of this place may have much more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Alphino, you can't just... Uh-oh. Excuse my boldness, but might I ask you a few questions? Oh, what adorable costumes. Are you children on an excursion? This district has much to teach you. Damn. Oh, odd. That sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Kinda like the dragons, just as he understood us. And which district is this, exactly? You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Polyretire district, wherein lie the institutions most vital to the management of our star. Can you tell us where to find Emet-Selch? Can you tell us who rules the city? Maybe he knows Emet-Selch. I see you've come to marvel at the workings of the Convocation of 14. Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Thus you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be next to impossible. You should hurry home now, before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? Ah, that person is very nice. No, thank you. We'll be fine. Very well. Take care, little ones. Was that an Asian? Oh, bye-bye. What was that all about? That's a good question. To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emet-Selch wove them from ether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such wars well befit the oblivion described to us by our Asian foe. A catastrophe of unprecedented scale which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiark and then Heidelin herself. That happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? The men spoke as if they were rushing to avert the disaster here and now. Unless for those people the distant past is the here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master F. You know, this ethereal Amaurot and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. Emet-Selch have resurrected a memory, a moment in time from before the star was sundered. So we find ourselves in a long-destroyed city, inhabited by the long-departed. An unusual situation to be sure, but at least we're able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say we use this to our advantage, split up, strike up some conversations and see if we can't learn the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding this convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. To mingling then, let's meet back here when our jaws start aching. Let's go have some chit-chats. There is an anxious one. Good gracious, child, where's your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home, quickly now. If you're not hurt, or yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our star. They are calling it the final days. This said, it starts suddenly, a cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot and wrests from us control of our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair, every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of the phenomenon, this as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if a force inimical to life now festers and spreads. It's only a matter of time until Amaurot too resounds to that discordant squall. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. Aww. Okay, let's go. Here is an optimistic one. It would seem the hall is host to a most precious visitor this day. And what, pray tell, shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? The convocation and their handling of the coming peril. It is only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, Lahabrea, or the emissary, Elidibus, each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Nogrif, Mitron, Emet-Selch, their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus it is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, it would be an unprecedented development and testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I for one am confident they shall deliver our star unto salvation. Okay, let's go. Alright, we have a pragmatic one here. An audience with Emet-Selch. I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one, and besides, he will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the convocation must be spent upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it's said the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce credible proportions, one which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all encompassing magnificence. And then they will rewrite the laws of existence. This is a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. Well, I guess we go back. Alrighty, we got some information. Lura, if I was not certain before than I am now, the people of this city believe they faced the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled Emet-Selch to recreate this ancient Amaurot. And yet I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout this ocean trench. He would have his story known. Nice. Alrighty, but I guess I'm gonna end this episode here. We're gonna continue in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and bye bye!